What's happening, y'all? Welcome in. A great Wake Up Barstool plan for you today. We got a couple of love debuts. Our guy White Sox Dave and Ryen Russillo. Plus, the Thunder complete their sweep of the Lakers. We'll give you all the big takeaways from that. Eastern Conference rolling right along as well. Look, it's going to be a great show today. We got NBA trades, NFL schedules, Jason Licht, Bucs GM coming on, and it all starts now on Wake Up Barstool. Good morning, y'all. T-Bob A-Bear, Stephen Cheah. We got Eddie, Nikki, and then behind the glass, making his debut here on Wake Up Barstool, we got our guy, White Sox Dave. Now, boys, we live in a day and age where we are overwhelmed with entertainment options, right? Like there are a million things constantly calling for our attention, for our eyeballs, to make us laugh. And yet, amidst all of that chaos, there is one video in my life that is cut through to my heart and my brain, and it lives there now, forever. I've probably watched it 30 times the last week. I got very drunk on Saturday with my wife, and I made her watch it multiple times this last Saturday. And I think it's great, contextually, to set up our guy here making his debut. Here is White Sox Dave back in the day on Chicago local television, making his way as a young up-and-coming blogger.
When Ken Rosenthal and like Buster Olney and all these guys are like legit tweeting me and everything, and it's like I was at softball in Lincoln Park when John Heyman and Ken Rosenthal started tweeting me, and all of a sudden my phone's blowing up. Like I'm looking at my phone in between innings, and then like 3,000, 4,000 followers later, here I am, and I'm on CLTV with Walter Payton, Walter Payton's son. So
it's so crazy. Well, first off, I mean, we have to kind of talk about it. We said it leading into this.
Okay,
what is going on?
So the point of this, Dave, though, is look at you now. The glow up is unbelievable. You're a cultured world traveler, and here you're national television. Welcome, White Sox Dave. What's up, brother?
thank you for having me. That was almost to the day 10 years ago.
Oh, no.
That
No
was
kidding.
May 30th or so of 2016. Yeah, so
You look 10 years younger now.
I know.
Yeah, you
I'm
look
like,
great.
That was
what
a
is it,
textbook
Benjamin?
by definition slob.
Yeah. I was probably 40 pounds heavier. What's
Were
the
you
movie?
drunk, Benjamin Button?
No, I was insanely nervous.
Okay.
Shower didn't take.
Shower never took.
Shower did not take. It was like 95 degrees that day.
Did you get a new shower head? Because now yours are taking all the time.
Yeah, I have moved like thrice since then. So yeah,
Bob, being able to show you that video for the first time, I don't have any children.
Yeah.
I compare it to like watching my child, I think, taking his or her first steps.
Yeah,
Like the
I'm sure,
pride
yes.
I had of you just laughing and just experiencing that for the first time. Wonderful.
What gets you the most when you watch it back?
honestly, I don't react at all anymore to it. I've seen it so many times. The humiliation ritual is a yearly, probably twice a year thing at Barstool. I'll get like tagged by Viva La Stool about it, but at this point, I'm just kind of over it.
Okay,
Like,
so I feel bad.
No, don't feel bad.
I
You
don't
have
want it
to-
to be a humiliation ritual.
This is new to him.
No,
But
I know.
I think though it is legitimately, it is one of the most sincerely funny things in that it's not a bit. It's just someone honest, living honestly in a day and age where we're all cynical and we're always putting on airs and everybody's lying to the camera and faking things for social media. That is a man who is living honestly, and he's just super pumped to be talking Chicago sports on TV. It's awesome.
I mean, if I would have known what was gonna happen following that trade, then I would not have been excited. I would not have been happy. I would not have been all chipper and spry on TV with Walter Payton's son.
Yeah, you made him seem Japanese. You were like Walter Payton's son.
All right. So that's that. I just want to introduce Dave. Dave, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show. White Sox are hot right now. We can touch on them a little bit later. But last night, Los Angeles Lakers swept by the OKC Thunder. And Lakers fans, I hate to say I told us so, but I told us so, okay? You all complained about the refs, and yet here we sit. The Lakers shot significantly more free throws than did the Thunder. The Thunder had way more fouls called on them. And guess what? It didn't mean anything because you were never losing because of the referees. You were losing because this Oklahoma City Thunder team is by far the best team in the NBA. They're so complete. They do everything right. I mean, Cheah, it was all on display last night, dude. They don't need the free throw line. They don't even need SGA to go off. He can kind of make everything work around him, and I just don't know how you beat this Thunder team.
Yeah, I mean, they're the defending champions for a reason. They're the favorite to win the title again. They're an absolute dynamo of a team, and the Lakers don't belong on the same floor with them. Like, this was going to be a sweep the whole way. I told you last week this is going to be a sweep. Nothing crazy surprising. The Lakers covered. They kept it close. It was a game in the final, a couple minutes. 5-point win for the Thunder, but just they don't have enough firepower. Like if Rui Hachimura is your third best scorer, you don't belong past the first round of the playoffs, if that. So credit to LeBron. He played great, age 41, had a really good playoffs, but they just didn't have enough firepower.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to me. You look at this Thunder team and just look at like postseason stats. I mean, yeah, look, there's a million things out there like this, but I mean, they're leading the playoffs, hitting 51% from the field. They're shooting 38% from three, 85% from the free throw line. They got the most assists per game. They're committing the least amount of turnovers per game. They got the most steals per game. And look at their makeup. Like, they have offensively guys that can hurt you in every different way. Defensively, they have the Navi. That's something I'm on right now. I think you have to have a Navi on your team to be successful in this iteration. They have Chet Holmgren out there, rim protector. They can switch defensively. He can space. And then you've got the best guard in the NBA in SGA, who can attack, get to his place no matter how you want to stop him. And Mark Daigneault, after the game last night, by the way, I think that's the first time we've ever mentioned Mark Daigneault's name on the show. Congratulations to the Thunder head coach. Finally.
He's doing a pretty good job.
He only has the best winning percentage ever for an NBA coach to start his career, 30-11 in the playoffs. But he talked about it last night. It's not just points with SGA. It's the focus that he commands. He's double-teamed. They're whipping the ball around. Lakers run around like crazy. They get tired. That's why the Thunder are consistently winning these fours. This Thunder team is just, I think they're fun to watch. I know everybody sits up here and says they suck at everything. I like watching SGA play. And if he gets fouled a lot, it's because he attacks a lot, and you cannot stop him from getting to the paint.
I think the worst part is the Luka factor here. Like, maybe it goes 5.
Yeah,
if he plays,
it might go 5.
That's the best that can happen to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're that good. They're that deep. It's weird because we wanted so bad for the super teams to go away, and the Thunder have done it the right way, and now we're still like, this is too much.
People hate the Thunder more than any super team, and it's like a small market team that did it the right way.
I know.
Yeah.
I think we just don't like Titans. Like, I don't know. We just don't like dominant teams.
Well, and it's, I mean, Sam Presti, his team building of multiple iterations now is just running laps around the entire NBA. But even like you mentioned doing it right the way. I mean, when Daigneault got hired, he's a guy who he started his career as he was working under Calhoun at UConn. Then he's working with Billy Donovan in Florida. He goes to OKC. He takes over the OKC G League team, does well there for 4 or 5 years, gets promoted to the head man. And remember, he was at the bottom of the rebuild. Like, that's why Donovan and them mutually parted ways. He had to figure this thing out, and he takes over the youngest team in the NBA. It is, you talk about doing it the right way. It is the most built in-house, built from the ground through the draft, bringing your coach up in your system team that you could possibly imagine. And I just don't know who could compete with them.
And they still have
now.
insane firepower and assets. Like what pick did they get? 10th?
Yeah, they were in the lot. They had a chance to be like the number 2.
Yeah.
I was rooting for it. I was rooting for it just so it would stop tanking too.
Yeah.
So Cheah, I saw you pop your eyebrows up when I said I don't know who could compete with them. I'm guessing maybe you're talking about your favorite NBA team?
I mean, yes, but before that, they're going to have a tough time with the Spurs, assuming the Spurs make it through, which, I know we have a big Minnesota fan base now.
Would they have a tough time with the Timberwolves, though? Because, okay, I find that to be interesting because given that Minnesota's tied 2-2 in this series against San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, they're tied 2-2. They're, Victor Wembanyama got ejected pretty early in that game. Spurs were leading that game, fairly late. If Victor plays, that should be a San Antonio win. I don't know how that's...
That is fair. I don't think the Timberwolves have had, a 10-point lead yet in the series. So, yeah, they're managing to kind of squeeze every bit of potential that they have out there. But
Sure. And to their credit, yeah, they're scrappy. They're playing as well as they possibly can be. But when it gets to be, this time where it's, nut cutting time pretty much, and we're getting close to conference finals, you're going to see the cream rise to the top. I'd be surprised if San Antonio doesn't win this series. And assuming they do, I think they match up really well against the Thunder. They handle them pretty well in the regular season. So I think it's no given the Thunder are going to get to the finals. And I don't know if that's a...
Do you hate the Timberwolves?
I don't hate the Timberwolves, no. I mean, Anthony Edwards is super exciting. Nas Reed is a nice...
That sounds like he hates the Timberwolves.
You don't want that smoke again. Last week we disparaged the Timberwolves, and out of the woodwork, these Minnesotans came for our throats.
Good.
And rightfully so.
I want to champion these small market teams that are often ignored. And really, I mean, honestly, Minneapolis, St. Paul, whatever you want to say, Minnesota fan bases, we don't talk about it enough because places like Buffalo exist, but have probably had more heartbreak than almost any other sports cities in the entire country. I mean, lack of championships, they're always good. They're always kind of close, but never quite getting across the finish line. Well, let's talk about Wemby for a second. Wemby not suspended for Game 5. Is this the correct decision?
Yeah, I mean, listen, his emotions got the best of him, but it wasn't that egregious, I thought. Just a quick little Adam's apple shot.
I thought it was pretty egregious, but it was in the context of the game. He has the ball. You are taught to, when you get the rebound, kind of swing your elbows. Did he do it more with a little unnecessary force and extra? Yes, but he...
Yeah, look, he
cocks it back.
This was in the second quarter, right? So he was pretty much suspended for this game. It, in my opinion, certainly cost him the game. I don't think you want the series outcome potentially altered because of, a moment.
Maybe I just think Nas Reed is such a grown man that I'm like, yeah, that's nothing for him.
He could take that.
Yeah,
He's got a strong neck.
Exactly.
Dave, what are you doing if somebody does that to you?
You gotta throw one right back at his kisser.
Yeah.
You have to.
Wait, but then you're going to get kicked out of the game as well, Dave.
One for one, eye for an eye.
Hammurabi's code.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I feel like, of course, the NBA is not suspending Wemby.
Yeah.
No.
We're sitting here, and the entire narrative surrounding the NBA has been star players sitting out, games aren't close, and here you have a series in T-Wolves Spurs where all the superstars are available. They're all playing very well. They're playing their ass off. It is a 2-2 series. It's Game 5, maybe the most pivotal game outside of a Game 7. Absolutely. And yes, and this is why the NBA writes the rules to where they can review this and adjudicate it, right? So they can sit there and they can come up with whatever explanation they need to for plausible deniability, right? It was more of a basketball play. He doesn't have a previous track record of doing this sort of stuff. Whatever you need to say, I don't care. The bottom line is you need Wemby in this game. You want Wemby and Ant going toe-to-toe in Game 5, and I'm excited, and I would be pissed if they had suspended him. And I don't care. I know some people say, well, the rules have to be consistent. I don't really care.
Yeah, but wouldn't the Spurs being down 3-2 and Wemby coming back for Game 6 be a little more?
That's a good storyline.
Yeah.
But I think they want Spurs Thunder. I mean, and not to say that you're gonna try to affect outcomes in that manner, but that is and T-Wolves, I love you, Minnesota.
Tread lightly,
but I do think in terms of the premium Western Conference matchup, they want to watch this young Spurs team with Victor Wembanyama, the new superstar, going against this young but dominant empire that are the OKC Thunder.
Yeah.
And it likely makes for a more competitive series as well.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, I think the NBA is well within their right to make the correct decision to not suspend Wemby for Game 5. Speaking of,
I think if it was any other superstar or Jokic, SG, same thing.
Yes.
I don't think there's any.
I think the guy matters. I really believe that about Nas Reed. Is that crazy?
The guy that he did it to?
Yeah, that's like little Jalen Brunson. That looks like so much more vicious.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's absolutely fair.
I don't know.
Now, speaking of players playing, will we ever see LeBron James play again. So, of course, getting swept last night, down prime, 10 p.m. Eastern. And here's what LeBron had to say after the game about what his future holds.
I mean, what my future, I don't know, obviously. I mean, obviously we're still fresh from, obviously losing, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously, as it stands right now tonight. I got a lot of time. I'll sit back, like I think I said it last year after we lost, I think, to Minnesota, to go back and recalibrate with my family and talk with them and spend some time with them. And then when the time comes, I obviously, you guys know what I decide to do.
So this is something that I imagine LeBron haters are going to like jump on and be like, oh, another offseason and Willie Woney, all this sort of stuff. I don't know. Everything I just heard sounds completely reasonable.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's 41. He's exhausted. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know right now. I got to talk to my family and figure it out. So you do think he's coming back for sure?
Yes.
But to the Lakers is the question. It's like, where will he go? I think he should stay in LA and maybe go to the other team.
The Clippers?
Whoa.
That's the crazy. What?
Whoa.
What is exciting about that?
More to this once we talk about trades later.
Okay.
I like that.
Little tease already there. What do you think, Dave? Where do you fall? Are you a LeBron hater? Or are you in the LeBron camp?
I don't like LeBron, no, but like how do I want to put this? LeBron James is all about himself, and he's gonna go where LeBron James is at the forefront of the camera and all.
So you
It's
think,
LeBron
that he
James.
maybe doesn't like having Luka there? That he wants to go be the guy? Because I think older LeBron kind of likes having Luka to pass off some of that burden and responsibility.
Maybe. Is he going to be ring chasing? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, how could you? I guess the only team you could join would be the Thunder.
Right?
We'll see.
They'll be
All right.
so sick.
Or the Clippers.
That would be kind of funny.
All right, guys, coming up next, we got some more. We're going to talk some NBA trades here in a little bit. Me and Cheah going to head to the big board as NB Cheah gives you some potential Giannis landing spots this offseason. And then we got Jason Licht coming on at 7:30. More Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. All right, guys, welcome back. Wake Up Barstool. It's time to talk trades, as the Bucs have said they are officially open for business for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Of course, we've heard this a million times, but look, we got 6 weeks until the draft. That could be a potential timeline there. Per Shams, I'm going to give you the facts, and then we're going to get to Cheah's hypotheticals here. But look, they want a young blue chip talent and a surplus of draft picks. Also, reportedly, they're open to some sort of blockbuster trade that would bring in a superstar to keep Giannis in Milwaukee. We'll see. Let's go to our guy, Stephen Cheah. He's put together a list of major offseason acquisitions and trades that could happen. And we'll start with Giannis. Cheah, what are we thinking here?
Now, this is going to go against
We're not starting with Giannis here. Here we go. Ja Morant to the Brooklyn Nets. Really, explain.
Yeah, I mean, Ja Morant needs a new home. Memphis, clearly not working out. They've been trying to trade him. Who's a team that will bite on Ja Morant? We want to see Ja Morant dunking again. We want to see Ja Morant being exciting again. Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they got Igor Zemin right now at point guard. That's not very exciting. They're trying to fill some seats. They're not going to be very good for a while. Put Ja there. Put on a show for the people. Give me Ja Morant to the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, now, granted that we started this segment by talking about the Giannis trade, the obvious place to go next, where will Keegan Murray land?
So this is one that I like when they asked me to put together future places where a player could go that could make a difference. I think if Keegan Murray, who is right now a nice power forward on the Sacramento Kings, who are a terrible team, where's an exciting place that could make a difference? I think if Keegan Murray went to the Nuggets, he could replace a lot of both what Michael Porter Jr. They lost with him to the Nets, but also he's kind of like a Aaron Gordon insurance. He plays the power forward position. He's a good defender. He's long. He can shoot like Michael Porter Jr. I think this would be an awesome move for the Nuggets, who are a little cap strapped and a little tight, but this is a move that could be exciting for them and make them certainly super relevant.
That has me amped up, Steve.
Yeah, gotta be
a little
fired.
Aaron Gordon
I mean,
insurance.
Can the offseason start today?
Oh, man.
Next up, Austin Reeves of the LA Lakers. Do you think Reeves going to be leaving Los Angeles?
I mean, he might be in line for a max deal. Is LA trying to pay Austin Reeves a lot of money? I think when you look at the landscape of the NBA, there's a team that has some cap room that does need another kind of guard that can fill it up, another shooter. And I think it could be the Detroit Pistons. I think it'd be a perfect running mate for Cade Cunningham, who is a bigger guard and could take on bigger defensive assignments as far as size-wise. I think Austin Reeves can kind of hide behind that team with Ausar Thompson, Jalen Duren, obviously Beef Stew, Tobias Harris. So I think that Austin Reeves would be a nice fit in Detroit.
And we're once again guilty of ignoring Cavs Pistons. We'll get there, guys, I promise you. Now, let's get to some of the big names. And the name that we led this segment with, Steve, where will Giannis Antetokounmpo land?
Now, he said he wants to go to the East, and certainly that is the betting favorite somewhere in the Eastern Conference. But what if they trade him to the West? The team that has announced some coaching news, Steve Kerr coming back for 2 years, which is an interesting window because it'd be really fitting if Giannis went there. We saw some Steph Curry. Get the band back together with the old guys. Steph Curry, Draymond, who's talking about maybe their goals have changed. Leading the league in sellouts is important. No. Let's try and ring chase Giannis to the Warriors. Jimmy Butler come back towards the All-Star break maybe. We got Jimmy Butler, Steph, Draymond, Giannis. That's what we want to see.
A bunch of old guys. So wait, you're out on Giannis to the Knicks?
I don't want to mess with this Knicks team too much.
Oh, look at him now. Okay, yeah. Wait until next round, see if that holds true. All right. I don't like this one, Cheah. Or maybe I do. I don't know if I care, actually. It's been so much pain. My guy, Zion Williamson, New Orleans Pelican. Where should he go?
I mean, the Pelican, this is a marriage that needs to break up. I think if you look at the way that Zion plays, he likes to play an up and down style. He can guard bigger bodies. I don't think he's a center per se, but a team that I think he could fit with is the Atlanta Hawks, who now have a little bit of assets on their side. They pushed the Knicks to 6 games. That was, obviously Game 6 wasn't competitive, but was a good, fun series. They're an up-and-town, emerging team. I think they could try and buy low on a talent like
Zion would be a menace in Atlanta, the city. Oh, my word.
Also,
oh, my God.
Only Pelicans fans.
Zion in Atlanta? Holy. Oh, my God.
Only Pelicans fans would appreciate this, but that would mean Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, CJ McCollum, and Zion, who are all in New Orleans together, would just be having more success in Atlanta. Now, it's interesting, Cheah, you said you don't want to mess with the Knicks.
No.
You love this
money-wise. Money-wise. We don't want to mess too much with the Knicks money-wise.
But this last player, you have LeBron James going to the New York Knicks. What?
Minimum salary. The guy is making so much money in his career. He goes to New York Knicks. He's always said his favorite arena to play in is Madison Square Garden. This is the one unknown. 2010, he was supposed to go to the Knicks. He ended up going to the Heat. There have always been rumors, flirtations with him and the orange and blue. Final year in the NBA. Make it happen. Put LeBron in a starting role or coming right off the bench, being the 6-man playoff experience. If the Knicks win it this year, it would be hilarious because he'd be ring chasing with the Knicks. But if not, he could be that piece that puts them over the top.
All right,
at a minimum salary. Minimum salary.
Guys, what stands out to you most here from Cheah's list?
Yeah, it should be Giannis to the Clippers and LeBron to the Clippers.
That's
where it's going.
Well, okay, so Eddie, what is this? What is this Clippers thing you're doing?
I just think that the Clippers should leverage their number 5 overall pick and try to get Giannis and try to get LeBron.
Okay.
And I think they have the same window with Kawhi. All systems go. All guys trying to win at the end of their career. That's.
I mean, to be fair, like Steve Ballmer loves big swings.
Yeah.
Like if anybody would want to do it for the attention, I could see it. I don't. Who knows? So.
Don't have to uproot your life.
Yeah.
Eddie's poisoned my mind. Everybody to the Clippers.
Everybody, the entire board.
Imagine parlaying Ivica Zubac into Giannis Antetokounmpo.
All right,
Too bad.
there it is. Our guy Stephen Cheah, again, falling for all your NBA takes. There's some potential trades for this offseason, landing spots. Needless to say, going to be a fascinating NBA offseason when we get there. Coming up next, though, this might be Cheah's favorite guest we've ever had. Biggest guest in Wake Up Barstool history. It's Bucs General Manager Jason Licht. We're going to break down the draft. Where do the Bucs go next? Trying to win the division again. A lot to get to here with Jason. It all comes up next on Wake Up Barstool. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Big guest coming up here. Recently, we talked to Les Snead, but this one's even bigger. We got Bucs GM Jason Licht coming on. A man who, unfortunately, is a Saints fan. has caused much suffering for me through the years, but very thankful to have you here and making time for us nonetheless. Jason, what's up, man? How we doing this morning?
How we doing? You know what? I totally forgot you're a Saints fan.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have agreed to this interview, maybe.
What are you gonna do, dude? My old man was Bobby Hebert, Cajun Cannon, Who Dat Nation, all that. So yes, I was born into it. But nonetheless, I can appreciate success. And what you've built in Tampa has been consistent. It survived multiple errors. It's been very good. I want to start with a question about your first-round pick, Ruben Bain. It's something that we all really liked on the panel, which is that when he was drafted, so many other picks, they go in front of the mirror, they grab their hats, they're looking in the mirror, taking their picture. Bain snatched the hat up and was almost angrily just all business, marching to get the job done. In a weird way, like, is that indicative of the kind of character, maybe some of the intangibles that attracted you to a Ruben Bain?
1,000%. He's all business. He's all about football, and we were pretty deliberate about that. We have been in the past, but we were very deliberate about that this whole offseason. I've said this on another interview, but next day when we brought him in here, he comes in, goes around the office meeting everybody, and he and his family came into my office and was talking to them, but he went straight to my window, looked out at the practice field, and was doing this. He's all business.
Love that. I got to ask something about the draft strategy, Jason. And this is the second time this decade you've taken a former NFL player's son in the second round, a defensive player, Josiah Trotter, son of Jeremiah Trotter. And
Absolute beast.
Antoine Winfield Jr., son of obviously Antoine Winfield. Is there anything, I know you guys have the I am that man draft philosophy where you're looking for specific traits and specific things about players, but is there something about former players' sons that matters to you?
Well, I don't want to say that that's part of our strategy. I think it's an added bonus. The player's got to be able to play.
Sure.
You can't just, there's a lot of, sons and relatives of former players that, try to make it in this league and they don't. So it's
everybody relax.
Everybody's pointing at one guy here.
Everybody relax. Okay? I played college football. So SEC honorable mention. All coaches team, okay? Relax. Sorry.
Sometimes the DNA just doesn't transfer.
It's kids a generation. My son's going to be a good quarterback, damn it.
But it is an added bonus. I mean, he understands the league, and he's, a lot of things, wisdom can be passed down, and there's a lot of wisdom there from Jeremiah, that's for sure. So in that case, it worked out. In some cases, it doesn't. So
Jason, like everyone said, thanks for doing this. My question's actually for Stephen Cheah. From what I understand, he usually texts you like, "Hey, great job, good job on the draft." You didn't text him this year.
I did. Oh, I did.
Oh, okay, but it was a couple days late.
It was made. I mean, they're kind of.
Do you not approve his draft?
Oh, of course I approve.
Okay,
I always
all
approve
right.
the draft. They do a great job.
Jason, what do you have Stephen Cheah saved as in your phone?
So, a few years ago, how many years ago was it that
2019, I believe.
we let him come. We come down here. We took him to the dive bar that I take, my people to every once in a while. And let's just say I blocked him after that. It was, I mean, we were trying to have a good time, lighthearted conversation, play a little golden tee, and all he was doing the entire time, it was like a little chihuahua in my face. Just asking question after question. You've got to learn how to hang, Steven. You've got to learn how to hang.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's
Cheah,
fair.
were you constantly smiling like that the whole time you were down there?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just an absolute dream. Jason and I got in contact, invited me down to training camp, and then took me out with a bunch of his guys. It was a great time. We went to a dive bar, had a fun night. We signed. There was a big, or not a big sign that day. You were signing Darian Stewart at the bar, which was pretty.
Well, who
great
could
to see.
forget?
Behind the scenes, you and BA, which was, it was a dream come true for me. Got to hang out with, my GM, my team, head coach, my team. We had a bunch of legends, and then I met a bunch of your staff and I'm, close with. So it was awesome. So thank you again.
No, it was a good time. I'll unblock you now. I'll unblock you.
Jason, I have a very dumb question that we were just talking about off air before we got on. But yesterday we were talking about the NFL, y'all have done an incredible job of making a big deal of everything, right? And now we have scheduled release day coming up, and the social media teams have all their crazy videos everybody's always competing with. Basically, just like schedule release is for the Cheahs of the world, like the truly passionate NFL nerds. Dumb question. I assume you do. Do you know the full schedule right now? Are you sitting on it right now? Like, do y'all already have everything good to go?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
No.
I'm surprised.
We find out basically the same time everybody else does.
Wow.
So,
What? Wait, so these social media teams are putting together that quickly then?
I have the opponent, so I assume it's just like.
Oh, okay. So they're just ordering it up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Jason, what about this? Last year, kind of a fascinating year for y'all. Started off kicking ass.
Fascinating is a good way of putting it.
Hot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe a kind way to filter it. But yeah, look, really strong start. Stumbled down the stretch. Obviously, in your job, it's always we're trying to improve. We're trying to be self-critical. What lessons do you feel you learned, and kind of how did that season shape your goals for this offseason?
There were a lot of factors. Well, you never want to hide behind injuries because, that just, I'll take one for the team. It's I felt like we needed a little bit more depth. We had some injuries that affected us, but we were very intentional this year of beefing up our front seven on defense. And I think we accomplished that. Now they still have to come in here, and the rookies still have to prove themselves. But even in free agency with Ashawn Robinson and Anzalone and Quan Muhammad on that defensive front, we feel like we added a lot of talent, but a lot of energy, a lot of leadership. Guys that really have a lot of passion about the game, and we've seen it already in OTAs. We brought Nacho back, which has been great. I think I can hear him from upstairs right now. He's downstairs. He's got full of energy, and it's, we wanted to add more players like that. So, along the offensive line, we added Billy Schroth in the draft, and we brought back School, and so we felt like we needed some more depth there, and I think we accomplished that. But like I said, we still had to roll the ball out there and play this year, but we feel good about where we're at right now.
Jason, everybody's going to talk to you this time of year about Ruben Bain. I want to hear about David Walker. He obviously missed last year with an injury, but what were you seeing from David Walker before he felt injury?
We were super excited about him. We felt like we got a real gem there in the fourth round last year. I felt like he was at the Senior Bowl last year for the draft. He was the best rusher down there. He's a really kind of a freak athlete and fits all those things I just talked about with passion for the game, all those things. And he was really he was almost unblockable. And, this was pre-pads and training camp. So that, I don't want to get everybody, start doing all the hyperbole with him yet. I know that, that can get you in trouble sometimes trying to get everybody too excited about something because he still hasn't put on the pads and played yet. So, but we kind of viewed him as an extra bonus draft pick this year. So to see him out there, that was going to be a big part of our pass rush, him and Kalijah last year. And then Kalijah got hurt, and David Walker obviously was out for the entire year. So to have those two guys back healthy this year with the additions that we have, Ruben and Muhammad and Ashawn, and I think could be a different look this year. We're super excited. Can't wait for training camp to start. Do look forward to my vacation every year, but can't wait for training camp to start.
Love it.
So it's in your job, wins and losses are built around the margins, right? It's like all the way down to the 53-man roster. Unfortunately, I don't know if much of our audience is too locked in on David Walker, last year's fourth-round pick, who ended up missing the season. So I'll ask you about.
He's overperforming.
You were asking a good rusher before the show. They were like, okay, I'm not going to ask the boring ones before the show.
He's going to be a good player.
So
you heard it here first.
Okay,
he's going to be
David
a good
Walker, mark it down, guys. I'll ask you about Baker Mayfield.
There we go.
This is a quarterback-driven sport. right, in general. And the way that you handle these things around the NFL, there's all different kind of schools of thought. It's very fascinating. You look at what something like the Rams just did, trying to get succession plan in place. What's your long-term vision at that position and for Baker specifically?
Well, I hope Baker is here as long as I am. So he, in quarterback age, I mean, he's still a younger player, and it's not like he's a 40-year-old or a 35-year-old, and he's meant everything to our team. He's one of the toughest guys I've ever been around. He's plays with so much passion, and it just bleeds into the entire team, not just the offense, but the defense too, with some of his gutsy performances. So trying to build the team around him and try to bring in players that, whatever, regardless of position, that mimic the way he plays. So everything revolves around the quarterback in this league, and I'm hoping that he's here for a long time.
Jason, I got a quick question for you. Hypothetically speaking, if you guys are struggling a few years down the road and Josiah Trotter is not performing to expectation, will you be telling the wife at the dinner table that you may or may not be releasing him the next day?
That's a great question, Dave.
Yes, because I 100% trust Blair with everything. Yeah. Now, in this day and age, with playing the game, playing Madden, playing all those things, the kids chirp, when they're playing, and so I'm not sure if I can 100% trust them, but I do get some information from them when they're playing with other GM's kids and head coaches' kids. So we'll
Okay, wait. So hold on, just help me out contextually here, because you're tickling something in my sports-addled memory of all the millions of stories that we cover. You were having a discussion where maybe some
Jeremiah Trotter.
Yeah, but some info got leaked. Okay, was it Jason or was this in the past?
He told his wife. From what I understand, you told your wife, who told a friend, who leaked it to the
who told cousin Vincent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Vincent.
Yeah.
So Vincent was playing Madden, and then he
No. That's a whole nother story. So he told cousin Vincent. This is back in 2007.
Yeah, this is with the Eagles, right?
I love cousin Vincent. Biggest Eagles fan you can ever imagine. Lives in Allentown. He's huge. When I first started dating my wife, and he found out that, I worked for the Eagles at the time. He was basically convincing her to do just about anything to make sure that this relationship worked so he could have connections. So I may owe, she adores cousin Vincent, so I may owe him for, ended up landing my wife, she's out of my league. So thanks cousin Vincent for that. But she told him, and then he ended up telling his friend Jesse, who's also in Allentown, and Jesse ended up calling Angelo Cataldi on the radio station. So a lot of lessons learned there. I use it every year to tell the staff, if you tell somebody don't tell anybody, just mark it down. They're going to tell somebody.
Has cousin Vincent remained loyal to family? Like, has he ever thrown on a Bucs shirt or a Bucs hat? Is he?
Oh, he has. He's become a very big Bucs fan. Now, he claims that he's rooting for us when they play the Eagles, but I know he's not.
Wow. But at least he's making that claim, right? Like he's
making the claim.
Yes, he's trying to show love there.
Yeah.
Jason, help settle a debate for us. I've long claimed on this program that the Bucs are one of the most dominant NFL franchises of the first half of the 2020s. Would you agree with that? I get a lot of guff from the cast.
Give us your unbiased opinion, Jason.
Super Bowl, 4 division titles, constant winning.
Well, I would maybe be a little bit more outspoken about it if we would have made the playoffs last year. But
first half of the 2020s. Last year.
Okay, I'll agree with you. I got to stick up.
It didn't quite go the way.
First half of the 2020s and first half of last season, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the cutoff.
Absolutely.
Well, 5 years: 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. That's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jason, there was a video that went viral of Cheah drunkenly peeing in a bar and falling over. And it was trending, and it said, Super Bowl champion Stephen Cheah falls in bar. Is he allowed to be called Super Bowl champion Stephen Cheah?
Was this before or after his car was repoed.
This is after. His car was repoed.
Sure, we love
up to date.
our fans. So Steven's no different. Steven's no different.
Hell yes. Jason, hey, for real, cannot thank you enough for the time this morning, man. I know it's a very busy time of year, so thank you again. Best of luck this season. It was a real pleasure chatting with you. And shout out to your wife, shout out Cousin Vincent as well. Give him our love.
Hey, and by the way, thank you for not asking me questions about arm length.
We did it. We did it.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what's shorter, the modern player's attention span or Ruben Bain's arms, which I don't know. I don't know. How do you get these kids to pay attention anymore? I don't know.
Well, I was just happy you didn't ask me about his earlobe circumference or something. New metric involved here. All right.
All right,
thank
Jason,
you guys.
thank you so much, man. You have a great day, brother. All right, coming up next, Big Cat's joining the show. I want to get some baseball here going a little bit. Big week here in Chicago. We also got some NFL news to get to as well. The all-time LeBron or hater list. More Wake Up coming up. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Big Cat joined the show. What's up, Dan? Welcome in. As you see, we got our guy White Sox Dave on the show today,
Love
dude.
it. That's my guy. That's my banana bread chef.
So how about this?
That's my banana bread chef. My personal banana bread chef right over there.
Break down the bet.
This was like 2 weeks into the season. Actually, that's perfect. This desk right here, between Cheah and White Sox Dave, these are the guys that freak out about baseball 2 weeks into the season. So Cheah thought the Cubs stunk.
No.
White Sox Dave thought the White Sox stunk. So two weeks into the season, he's like, we're going to lose 100 games again. This team stinks. I said, guess what? You're not going to lose 100 games. It's only 2 weeks into the season. They're better than last year. If they win 63 games, you have to cook me banana bread every single week for the entire fall. So he's going to have to cook me banana bread. I think they might win the AL Central.
I think they might too.
You said it would be
So you're
foolish to have
saying
hope.
it's worth it then, Dave.
You're on camera saying that hope is pointless.
Yeah, you are basing it. But here's the thing: you were basing it off the first 2 weeks of the season. I was basing it on the last 20 seasons.
I understand, but I thought they were significantly better than the last few years, and it would prove true over the course of a season. Now there's still a long way to go, but they're
No. The division's so bad that they will hang around. They're not going to come close to losing 100 games. Maybe 90. That'd still be really bad. However, they are playing a good brand of baseball. The fundamentals are clean. I like how their energy, they show up every day. They're going clubbing together. You didn't see that out of the last core. Those guys hated each other. It's a lot different, and I'm enjoying it again.
Well, and you got the superstar factor of Murakami, dude.
Yes.
And
who doesn't love Murakami?
The freak out in the first 2 weeks of the season desk.
This, like I said, my freak out was based on the last 20 years, not the
Dave,
first
I know.
2
I
weeks.
just like to
I
put
have a question.
anything baseball, White Sox Dave and Cheah, and put them together will drive White Sox Dave mad.
So Cheah's adopted the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
I just figured out I can now watch the Cubs on Hulu Live. It's been awesome. I'm watching every game. We got the big series coming up against the Braves this week. What would you say is the barrier to entry here? Are we allowed to suddenly become Cubs fans?
Yeah, of course. You have to pay dues.
Okay.
We talked about this off camera a few times. You have to pay dues. I think Stephen Cheah has done a masterful job at paying those
162er.
162er. You got like I said to you, if I just moved to Baton Rouge tomorrow and said I'm an LSU fan, what would you say?
Racist.
Racist. Of course.
Just kidding. I don't know.
You'd be like,
a different
what are you
conversation.
talking about? You've been here 2 seconds. You know? But Steven, he's bought into at least the culture.
He's 162er.
I'll say this. You said something to me that I agree with. It's like, if they lose, does it have a market effect on your day?
Yeah, it has to
Are
hurt.
you in a bad mood? Are you kind of snappy? I agree with
And
that.
I think it goes the other way too. It has to be like when there's a big game, you have to be like excited about it. Yeah, you have to like wake up and be like, I'm pumped to watch
I
this
cannot
game.
fucking wait for this baseball game. Excuse me, sorry.
That's it.
There it is.
Get him out. That's how you know he's a real fan.
Oh, that's so good.
I'll pay the fine.
That was so easy for you, too.
You were here for 1 minute.
Okay, we got to go to break.
Oh, we were
That's
so
on
close
me.
to break.
I know.
Well, no, who else would it be on?
Hour 1 in the books. Hour 2 coming up next. I want to talk more baseball. A few big series coming up. We got the all-time LeBron hater list. NBA playoff Bulls draft in the 4th pick. Chicago guys, how about that? Plenty more. We're here on Wake Up Barstool on FS1. What's happening, guys? Hour 2 of Wake Up Barstool. We got a full crew here today. A lot of Chicago guys. And we'll get into some more baseball talk in a bit. But right now, I want to head back to the NBA. Cheah, you're a resident major Knicks fans here, and everything is coming up Knicks right now. We haven't heard from you since they finished off the sweep of the Sixers. Dominant performance. Really, they've been incredible since going down 2-1. Something flipped, and they've been unbeatable since. Where's your current confidence level at in terms of them finals, making the finals? Where are you at?
Current confidence level sky high. I mean, it's hard not. They're blowing teams out. There were a lot of trouble during the regular season figuring out what is the offense, how is Cat fitting in, what are they actually doing? Is it too much ISO? They got stagnant at times. Now it just seems like everyone's involved. Mike Brown was in Golden State with Steve Kerr. It seems like they're running a lot more of a Golden State type offense where the ball is going through the big man. So Draymond Green's facilitating. They're running Steph Curry off of screens, Klay Thompson off of screens, open threes. It seems like they're doing a lot more of that with Cat facilitating. You see his assists are way up.
Yeah,
he's still not getting a ton of shots, but he is a major part of the game plan. He's had 2 triple-doubles so far in the playoffs, so he's been really good. It seems like they figured it out. OG Anunoby was a big worry because it seemed like he missed Game 3 and Game 4 of the Sixers series with a hamstring injury. All reports are he's going to play Game 1 of the next series, which right now is a week plus out. So everything is good in Knicks land. And if we face the Thunder or Spurs or Wolves, I have confidence that this team can bring it home.
Are we worried about rest versus rust? No. With this other series going, it's 2-2 now. They're gonna whoever emerges out of the series is gonna be fresh. I mean, not fresh, but hardened. Where you're all kind of hanging out here for a little bit.
I don't think either of the 2 teams that are playing in the East right now, aside from the Knicks, have been overly impressive. Detroit went 7 against Orlando. Cleveland went 7 against a banged-up Toronto team, missing 2 of their 4 best players. So this hasn't been an overly impressive series. I will say Detroit manhandled the Knicks during the regular season, and that is a worry. That being said, regular season playoffs are far different, and I have confidence the Knicks would beat the Pistons. That being said, would I prefer to face Cleveland? Probably. But, I have confidence in the Knicks, whoever they're facing.
The Knicks are good enough to lose in 6 to OKC. And that's a
high
great
praise.
season.
That's
a
really
great
nice.
season. So congratulations to the Knicks. No, seriously, that's a great season.
Are you putting OKC past San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how many years we have to do this. I have a rule. The rules applies. The Spurs have not done it yet.
Yeah, they're like the same way that OKC, when they were the youngest team ever in one of those games, they had to kind of figure out how.
And this is also Steven's a homie hopper. He was on the Spurs. He was on the Rockets last year. Now he's on the Spurs. He just does the nice young thing, the new young thing. Until eventually you will be right. Someone's gonna beat OKC, and you're gonna be like, look at me. Well, guess what? I remember who you were on before that.
He's a new shiny toy guy.
Yeah. That's the Spurs are the new Rocket. The Rockets of last year for him.
The Knicks have been through the wars. I think the way the Knicks are playing right now, OKC is certainly a formidable opponent. I don't think they are guaranteed to lose in 6 or 4 or 5 or 7. I think they could absolutely beat OKC.
I don't know why you're getting. I mean, it's a compliment to be like you're going to lose in 6 to OKC. That's awesome.
That's a really good.
Yeah, that's a really, really good finals.
So, Cheah, you're a new shiny toy guy. Eddie, you're a new shiny boy guy. That's what you said, your Duke fandom. The Bulls, 4th overall pick, dude. That's a new shiny boy. How we feeling? I mean, the lottery coming up Chicago.
We're getting a new shiny boy, and it's thrilling. I'm so excited. I sat there on Mother's Day. I don't know why they did it on a Sunday, but regardless of stupid NBA moves, it was an exciting Sunday. I'm happy. The Bulls, it's been so bad. They finally made a change in regime, and now we got the number 4 overall pick. So things are kind of
the most
looking
talented draft ever.
Yeah, no, it's looking up because it's like we finally have one piece that we're going to be able to say, hey, that's something we can put all of our hopes behind. No guarantee that he ends up being good, but it's exciting to have something. This is according to Dana Beers. Okay, I was about to say. I was like, what is going on here?
Always got to read that fine print.
No, the beauty of this draft is I think there are the draft is probably like 10, 12 deep. There's a lot of really good guys. There's some guys even past this list that I think are worth a flyer and could be really good pros. But if you really boil it down, I think a lot of people would agree there's 4 guys at the top that seem like they could be like true, really good, perennial all-star, maybe, NBA all-pro team guys. And the Bulls now have a chance to get one of them because one of them will drop to them.
Which name? Do you have a preference?
Do you?
For which young man?
I know him. He's the Dookie.
Duke aside, I'd be thrilled to have Cam Boozer.
Yeah.
However, like the upside of Caleb Wilson, undeniable.
Although
Like,
his meagements, we got to talk to Russillo when he gets here. His arms are not as long as I thought they'd be.
could be a problem.
That could immediately take me off them.
Could be a problem.
It's so funny that you just sit there, you watch a guy play basketball for months and months and months. Caleb Wilson, obviously not as much because he got injured. But you're like, this guy's awesome at basketball. Then he shows up to Chicago in the middle of May, and some nerd puts a measuring tape to him, and you're like, oh,
He's
never
not
mind.
good anymore.
He's not good. People are upset about Keaton Wagler because his reach is not good.
No, but he's 6'6", right?
Yeah, but his reach is like 6'7", Eddie.
Now you got to be extra long.
Devastating.
Can't have that.
But, yeah, I joke because I'd rather take the guy who I think is good at basketball.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of these guys is going to drop to him.
So look, good time to be a Bulls fan. It's never a good time to be the Pelicans ended up trading picks 5 and 8 from this year's draft to move up to 13 in last year's draft.
Derek Queen's a good player, though.
Derek Queen's pretty good.
You guys have had the first pick.
Yeah, I know.
Multiple
I know. Okay, I'm fully aware. Anyway, did you all see Dylan Brooks at the Lakers game last night, bro?
Incredible.
This was crazy.
Incredible.
In case you missed it, Dylan Brooks, noted LeBron hater, goes courtside to the Lakers game for the elimination game, iced out, looking like a psychopath.
The evil genius.
Laughing at LeBron.
So awesome.
When he's at the free throw line. I was thinking of and y'all can help me out here, a LeBron James Hall of Fame hater list. Obviously, Skip's won one.
Yep.
Right? Like, that's the GOAT. Shout out Skip. We all give respect to the GOAT. Dave's got to be up there.
Yep.
I mean, Dave's been on a warpath here recently, especially. Is Dylan Brooks on the LeBron? If he had a starting 5, LeBron James all-time hater list, is Dylan Brooks on it?
Lance Stevenson. I think also like that combo of Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Because like they shut off Ray Allen when Ray Allen went to the Heat. Like they don't talk to him anymore.
Oh yeah, they cut him out
So
completely.
they really hate him. Yeah, it's a good. Listen, LeBron. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but I don't know how anyone could say that his time in LA was a success. He went there for 8 years. He won nothing.
Won a championship.
No, he didn't. What are
You're
you
not counting the COVID.
I do
We
not
go.
count
We
the
go to the
COVID
Mickey Mouse.
I absolutely do not count the COVID championship. Look, he's one of the best players of all time, but his time in LA was not a success.
I think it could have been better,
Yeah.
but you win a championship. Like
He didn't win a championship. The COVID championship does not. The bubble, they don't win the championship if they have to actually travel and play in road games and stuff.
Anthony Davis did play like outlier good and shot outlier well
And didn't
throughout
get
his
injured.
entire career. Didn't get injured. They had
But every other team had that advantage too.
No, we just don't. I'm just not counting them. Listen, you can do whatever you want. I personally do not count.
But he didn't
the bubble.
handpick to go there, though, right?
Yeah, he did.
Then
Yeah,
he
he
like
did.
had a lot of say on the roster too.
Yeah, he did.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about the heck? So would you? Is it fair to say that for a lot of franchises, what he did in LA would be considered a success, but not for the Lakers and LeBron James, given that?
But he didn't win a
They're both
title,
riddled
so
with
for no
championships.
franchises would it be good.
Okay.
He didn't win a title.
I think some of the franchises would take a Mickey Mouse title, even if it's not a title. I'd take an asterisk.
I'm not even calling it a Mickey Mouse title. I call it a zero title.
I actually kind of think that's a good debate. Like, how many
would take-
franchises does the Mickey Mouse not
Yeah.
count for?
Yeah, because it would count for us. I'd take it.
Sure. You get a statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be one of my favorite memories ever. What about is his time in LA done? Do we think? You think he goes back? I mean,
Steven, I heard someone tweeted me this morning. I love that people narc on you. Sorry, I was late because it's my son's birthday, so I want to see him when I woke up. But
Happy birthday.
Yes, Steven, someone narked on you and said that you think that LeBron's going to be a bench player next year.
I said he could come off the bench.
Okay.
For the league.
For the
minimum.
Knicks? Yeah, for the league.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy I missed that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's certainly an option. I mean, Rich Paul, his agent and best friend, tweeted out, like, we loved our time. This was before the season. Like, we loved our time in LA. Like, we want to thank the Lakers organization for everything. And then he played for them this year. So, yeah, why would anyone be surprised if he left? He already said he was leaving.
I think he might
10 months
retire.
ago.
He's addicted to golf. Once it catches you, it's over.
Got the
You
bug.
don't think he's a farewell tour guy?
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah, he definitely
is. But I also think there's no way he's coming off the bench. I don't think he's doing that.
Probably not, but, you know.
I mean, look at the form that he just was in. Like, he played fantastic this playoffs. So they ran into the Thunder and they didn't have their best players, but he was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Hart can come off the bench.
I weirdly, too, we didn't get into this earlier, but I kind of think that this series against OKC is more of an indictment on the Rockets.
Yeah.
The fact that they
Yeah.
can't get past the Lakers,
Yeah.
they're in a lot of trouble.
Chase.
Last year.
Shiny
It's
toy
last year, darling.
Because they
yeah.
also didn't have Austin Reeves for half that series.
Yes.
against the Rockets. Yeah, I agree. The Rockets everyone anointed them the next up and the team that had the most going forward.
They traded for Kevin Durant.
And they look like they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah. The Thompson brother. You would have thought he was the next coming of Christ.
All right, well, look, we'll see what ends up happening in LA. Let's move on next segment, guys, and let's talk some NFL headlines. We got the schedule release right around the corner. We start to know some of these primetime games. And I want to dive into MLB. Cubs, Braves, two of the best teams in the NL, kicking off a 3-game series today in Atlanta. It's all going to be here on Wake Up Barstool, FS1. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Okay, guys, time to talk NFL. It's always time to talk the NFL. But we're right on the verge of the schedule being released. I'm still kind of shocked that Jason Licht says they don't know the schedule. Like,
Do you believe that?
No.
I do. I don't think Dan does. Do you believe that, Dan?
No. I'm so sick of this schedule release week.
Yeah,
It's the
hell
dumbest
yeah.
thing ever. Just give us the schedule. The way they leak it out slowly, and like Good Morning America is going to give us some, game in Germany, and then the Bears and Seahawks are going to get announced on Wednesday morning, and then you're going to piece it all together on Thursday, and then we're going to get the stupid social media videos. Enough already. Just give me the schedule. Just hand it to me. Honestly, just like paper fly, like have a plane go over every big football city in America and just drop it, and just like let us grab it out of the air. Boom, done.
That would be a cool video for their release.
Yeah,
They're going to take that and use it.
Do you guys like this?
I mean, I'm just so accustomed to the NFL. Like,
Yeah,
this is just them.
I like doing the win-loss thing after, but this is just so stupid.
Yeah.
I do love looking at the rhythm of my favorite team's schedule. And I know it always is
I get
dumb
that.
because
I
teams
agree.
are good and bad and like you never know who's going to be good
I
and bad.
agree.
But
You're
yeah,
just
I
talking
like
about the release.
I'm talking about the release.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The release is so stupid how they draw this thing out, and it's just like we know the opponents. Just give us the schedule.
Is my brain broken that I'm not too cool? That I do kind of like the social media videos.
No, they're
I think
fine.
they're fun.
I
They're fine.
I have a good time with them. They make me laugh.
I think they're fine. Like I like. There's a few that are really good. There's a few that are not great. Whatever. It's just the fact that they just they try to. The NFL always does this to everything, and I love the NFL, but they try to make every single thing a big event. This is literally just a fax. Just send us a fax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's the best tweet, too, is the black and white piece of paper.
Yes.
I click that, and I get all my information. I'm good.
just have it be schedule release week at every grocery store. Just give us the magnets.
Yeah.
That's how I want it.
Or the bar banner.
Yes.
The worst part is how it'll get leaked game by game throughout the day from
Right.
beat writers or whoever. It's
Right,
like,
we
week
already-
4 opponent, week 8 opponent. Just give me the whole thing.
We saw like Bills Lions are playing Thursday Night Football week 2. I saw like,
Sunday Night Football Week 1, Cowboys Giants. Dude.
Yeah, I saw Bucs Panthers are playing 1 p.m.
Oh, okay. That's not very exciting to do. How do we feel?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Didn't say the date. It said 1 p.m.
This is something that we were talking about before the show. Like, how do y'all feel about Cowboys in prime time? Because you know they're going to be all over it again this year. Like somebody was poo-pooing Cowboys Giants. Are we done with that? But I don't know. That game was very exciting last year. You know, the Giants with Harbaugh, new era Dart. I'm kind of into it. Dude.
I like it because Dak Prescott is one of those quarterbacks that I love to decide how good or bad he is based solely on his last game.
Yeah.
So he's great in primetime. You know what I mean? Like if he's good, you're like, damn, Dak, he might be an MVP. If he stinks, that guy is the worst quarterback. He is one of the peak guys to do that with.
Yeah. I think too. Like somebody mentioned, do we need to really see like Ravens Steelers again or whatever? The Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they play twice a year.
Well, but like primetime. But my deal is like, I think the brands do matter when you have those storied big time NFL franchises, and even if it is a Mason Rudolph under center, a lot of times those games still deliver more often than not.
The colors. It's the colors.
Colors are great.
Like if you close your eyes and you see the colors, even on bad years, on bad quarterbacks, like you're like,
you can be convinced it's a good game.
I can watch this game. Yeah. There's something behind it.
It looks like
just give us the schedule though. Give me the magnet.
Give Wake Up Barstool a game to release. Like give us like one of the Nuggets, and then we could put it out there, and we could be like Good Morning America.
Yeah, I want the worst game.
Yeah. Give us.
I want Jaguars Titans. I want the second time the Jaguars and Titans play.
NFL, yes. If you guys are listening, please come through for us here. Last thing here, and then we'll move on to a little baseball talk. But it looks like Game 1 Wednesday night NBC is going to be Seahawks Patriots.
Oh, is that true?
I don't. So
per Kirk.
Yeah, Minahan.
Which has been pretty good on this. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, he usually is right on this stuff.
Yeah, per Kirk Minahan. So I mean, that'll be a fun way to kick off the year, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the Patriots in primetime. No, there won't be any. I don't know what's going to be interesting to talk about in the run up to the game, but I'm sure we'll find something eventually.
Yeah, they've been quiet this offseason.
Yeah.
I did not want to play the Bears. I didn't want the Bears to go to Seattle for week 1 because I thought we would just get absolutely trucked.
Yeah, but it's going to be a tough game regardless.
Of course, but week 1.
It sets the tone.
This is interesting because now I mean, there's obviously some offseason things that can be talked about on the broadcast.
Yeah.
There can be, right?
Every in Seattle, it's a quiet crowd. They won't chant anything.
Yeah.
Also, this will be the debut of defending Super Bowl champion Sam Darnold.
Yes.
A man suddenly freed from the question that every single day on this show last year, can Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl? He's proven it, and it's going to be fascinating to me to see how we kind of discuss Darnold.
He can't win two.
Yeah, exactly.
We know what he is now. He can't win two.
Yeah, was it really a big game if they were always up?
Yeah.
Like the Patriots never went past the 50-yard line. Was that a big game? That will be interesting though to see if I think it's just gonna be a repeat of the Super Bowl.
Probably.
Yeah.
What's changed?
Kenneth Walker out.
Kenneth Walker, yeah.
No Kenneth Walker.
AJ Brown.
Maybe
AJ Brown.
A healthy Will Campbell.
Who'd you hear that from?
With an offseason trying to find himself. Add to the O-line a little bit. Which Drake May like the leap that he took? Will that leap continue? Will Vrabel be the head coach? I don't it's going to be crazy. I'm very excited for that. But I'm also excited for tonight, guys. So Dodgers notwithstanding, maybe the two best teams in the NL, Cubs, Braves in Atlanta, 3-game series. We got a lot of Braves fans here in this office. We got a lot of Cubs fans here in this office. Boys, how we feeling about it? Because Dan, we can start to know who's good and bad now, right? Like we can start to make statements.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
for sure.
We're there now. They're both good. This is a huge test.
I don't really go with like huge tests. I'm excited to watch. If the Cubs get swept, I'll be disappointed, but like there's not a lot that can happen in this 3 games where I'm gonna be like, oh my God, this changes everything. You know what I mean? But I'm excited to watch the series.
Yeah, like I would love to hype up May baseball, but I remember last year, a similar series against the Tigers. Scribble was pitching. There was a lot of hype, and then ultimately, like, it didn't mean it.
It's like most likely one of these teams is gonna win 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna keep moving.
Yeah,
Jay, tell them why they're wrong.
I mean, the Cubs haven't scored a run since Friday.
Yeah.
So
that happens in baseball.
Is Sale pitching this series?
I don't know.
Is he lined up? Who do the Cubs got?
Colin Reyes pitching.
The Cubs have Shota, for the third game?
Rays
tonight.
Yeah.
Colin Reyes pitching tonight.
I believe Shota should be up.
Ben Brown started the other day, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Ben Brown's been phenomenal.
Well,
I was not a big Ben Brown guy the last couple of years.
I wrote him off.
Yeah, he's been really, really good. But yeah, no, it's one of those
Shota's been
things.
fantastic.
this is
Show tomorrow.
And Dave, maybe you back me up. Like in terms of like getting hyped for a series, like it has to be like the Sox Cubs will be fun, and then it comes down to like late July, August, September baseball, where it's like, okay, this is where we can point to and say, oh, we have 4 games against the Brewers. If we win all 4 games, we're now 3 up or something like that, where you can actually have tangible results, and it usually has to be in your division.
When did what was the 2015 or 2016 series that y'all always reference as
The
being
Giants, the sweep of the Giants.
What point in the year
That was
that?
August.
Okay, that was August.
Yeah.
Okay, to your point.
And it really does have to be, division is really what matters. Like when we play the Brewers next week, I'll be more hyped for the Brewers next week than I will be for the Braves this week.
It's fun. Like,
This
it's
is a good
preview.
It's a good measuring stick.
It's nothing more than fun, though.
Correct.
Like,
If Sale's going this weekend and they touch him up, he's been one of
Looks
the
like
best-
Sale versus
he is-
Brown
he-
on Thursday.
Thursday?
And it's similar to the Dodgers series that the Cubs had 2 weeks ago where we lost 2 out of 3.
Yep.
It's like, okay, cool. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Braves just
Train
take
goes
2
on.
off of 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And like you said, Cubs White Sox right around the corner.
Cubs White Sox
It's
and Cubs
exciting
Brewers.
again. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Like Dan and Ed can attest to this. It's been a dead rivalry. I say that they're not divisional rivals, obviously, but city rivals, and it's been dead for. Like we were talking to Connor Burns yesterday, and he's like, I don't care about the White Sox because they've been bad. He's only 23.
And he's young. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, in my head that makes sense, but like. You go back 20 years when the White Sox won the World Series. That actually happened. That was when it was like the absolute peak, the pinnacle of that rivalry. And there was fights, benches clearing, brawls. Stadiums were burning down. It was sellouts. It was awesome. And I think we're finally getting that back a little bit this weekend.
Was that the era where we got Cheah and Ozzie Guillen picture?
No, that was
Those are
That was like
peace times.
2021.
2021.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, it will be fun though.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
to see these games and have a little juice behind them. And then Cubs Brewers are good again. Like Brewers are just
They're always good.
they're just never out of anything. You just think you see the Brewers start of the season, you're like, oh, they might be bad. They lost, I think a bunch in a row.
Wait, they're playing the music. We haven't gotten to Pirates Rockies yet.
Yeah, why were we? God, it was right.
Would it be kind of fun to trade for Freddie Peralta? I saw some rumblings.
I saw that
good.
too.
Oh,
I saw that
Yeah,
too.
what does it matter? He's not a Brewer.
Well,
Cubs
he's on the
traded
Mets,
for
but
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yes, I would.
Yeah,
he's a very good pitcher.
Yeah.
Certified fun.
I'll say it right now, I want good
Peralta.
pitchers.
Yeah.
If you want that on record, I want good pitchers.
It would be fun.
Yes.
Don't let him patronize you like that, Steven.
What?
Oh, this is a bad.
Coming up next, we got Ryen Russillo live in studio. We're going to talk a ton of NBA with Russillo, obviously. He's in town for the Combine. Don't go anywhere. Ryen coming up next here on Wake Up Barstool. What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. So we spent today talking a lot about signings, off-season moves. One of the biggest signings ever made here in this company. Ryen Russillo now joining us. Wake Up Barstool, host of Ryen Russillo Show. Absolute legend. A man who has done it all. Maybe you're listening to SVP Russillo back today, NBA fan. You know him. Ryen, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jerry. Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
No swearing, Ryan. White Sox Steve already did that.
Yeah, that's it's been a while since I've had to keep it going. I always feel like it's like if you met somebody's grandparent for the first time.
Is that how you used to frame it in your mind?
Yeah.
Trying to go on
Right.
there?
Like,
Okay,
if
yeah.
you were meeting someone's grandparents, you wouldn't just start swearing.
See, I'm kind of an aggressive swearer when I first meet
In front
someone.
of old strangers?
I try to establish honesty. And I feel like sometimes if you do that, then it lets everybody know where you stand. Now it can get thrown back in your face sometime, and then you got it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a bad technique. I don't meet many old strangers anymore. But Ryan, you're in town for the Combine?
Yeah.
Is there anything interesting going on right now? Like what are you chewing on?
Is Alex Karaban the best shooter of all time?
What?
Is Alex Karaban the best shooter of all time? Because I saw all the shooting drills and the leaderboard. He was at the top of every single one of them.
Yeah, the shooting drill thing, I've never heard anyone ever be like, oh my God, he went 4 or 5, as opposed to like, he went 3 of 5.
Okay.
So disappointing. I don't think Karaban's the greatest shooter of all time. Little scouting report. I think Karaban is one of those guys who has to catch, dribble, then reset to get a shot up. So, yeah, talked about it with Titus last night. So
Yeah.
love what the guy has done for his entire career at that size, the spacing, the whole thing. But I don't know that maybe he's a catch and shoot guy, but there's a lot of guys that get into this habit. Like Chet's kind of a catch, reset, dribble, then get the shot off guy. Now Chet's also like the best rim protector in the NBA. Well, other than Wemby.
Yeah. What about Koa Pete? Is he going to go back to Arizona? Because he has looked bad.
I can't believe how low he was on the ESPN mock draft. I think it was Jeremy Woo, who I think is really good. And so I'm not like, I mean, he's doing a year round. I come in like, spring break draft guy. Like, hey, I'm here. So I love Koa Pete. I think there's like more to him, but when I saw him going in the 20s, that's when you're kind of like, hey, go back and take the NIL money, which I think a lot of us start using as a point for guys to go back. But you just cannot forget that the agents and the players are usually like, I want to start the NBA salary clock.
Right.
Because in 4 years, if you're any good, you're signing for major money, and that's usually the impactful or the part that impacts the decision the most.
And if you stink, you can just always go back to Alabama to play.
That's right. You can go to Alabama.
Yeah.
You can go to Benfica in Portugal, where I saw them. Who was it? Was it LSU was trying to grab a guy from Germany or something?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like everybody got mad at Alabama.
We don't
and
hold
LSU was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We don't hold ourselves back from much these days in Baton Rouge, it doesn't seem like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I obviously hope none of this happens, but.
So I because covering the NFL Combine, we all kind of know exactly what to expect. Everybody's like locked in and hand measurements are going wild and we're looking at 40 times. But the NBA Combine, much like defense in the NBA, it's kind of harder to parse, like as a layman, and understand. So like, what are the determining factors for, and how impactful is it as compared to something like the NFL Combine in terms of like rising and falling?
I mean, the easiest thing to say is that the whole thing is stupid and it doesn't matter. But I don't think that's necessarily true. It's also a convention the same way it is in the NFL for everybody that likes the NBA to just kind of be in one city. It used to be in Orlando all the time at the Milk Center, and you'd just be driving around Disney by yourself. I stayed at Disney, I think, 6 years in a row.
What did you say? It's called the Milk Center?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay.
I might have ripped that off from you.
No, that's interesting.
Everybody in the NBA is like, can we bring this back to Chicago so we can get like steaks and booze at night? So, look, I think there's the measurement thing, the equivalent of the 40 is probably the standing reach or the wingspan stuff.
Okay.
That's it, and then you see a great wingspan, especially for a perimeter guy. Or if it's like a 6'9" big, but his standing reach is as big as like a 6'11" guy. Like that's the stuff that you get excited about. But they at least play, like for all the heat all the combines take, there's something to be said of like seeing a Christian Brown run around and look more athletic than everybody else. So there's usually a couple guys that end up in the first round, which is an improvement over some other years where I've gone to see it, and you're just like, nobody, because it becomes like a status thing. It's like if he's going 10th and I'm going 15th, and I don't want to play in any of these games. The medicals are a huge part because they changed the rules where you have to give all the teams all your medicals. And the front offices and agents are doing interviews nonstop. So there is a lot of value to it, but the event itself inside the gym, like you just have to kind of look and go, hey, there's a Hansen Yang. What's this guy all about? Last year, you're like, there's something here. Then he goes in the first round, which is a little surprising. But there's still a few guys that, like, just watching them run around, or like a Drew Timmy's a perfect example. Incredible college career, but then you see him in the combine setting, and you're like, is he going to dominate? And then he doesn't necessarily dominate.
Light shoulders.
Yeah, very. I don't know what he's doing for shrugs. Maybe he's doing it. I hate that I said that about him.
Has there been a guy who's been largely projected outside the top 15 that you're kind of liking right now that could creep in there?
It was funny because, like, Sanak from Houston, every time I watched him play, I just felt like, hey, let him run out there and impact the game because of his energy and everything. And I brought it up to Titus, and he was like, he's my least favorite player in the first round. But I think that's because of the three-point shot selection stuff. So, the first half of the draft is pretty incredible. And it does feel like if a Wagler out of Illinois ends up like in 5 years going, you know what, there was a lot of signs that he was just that good considering what he did in his freshman year. I think there's plenty of guys that in years from now you say, hey, he ended up being the best player in the draft. That's what's kind of exciting about this one.
Yeah.
Now, so we can move on from the combine and get into the playoffs. Lakers swept last night. OKC. I mean, just unreal. Like where is the weakness for OKC? Like, because I look, we talked about it at the start of the show. They just have every single element. They're playing at a higher level, it seems like now, than even they did during the regular season, where they're getting to that point where maybe they can turn on a bit more when they have to. Where are the weaknesses? And then who is best suited to try to exploit him?
SGA wasn't even that good in this series.
It's the least amount of points per game in a playoff series since 2020.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Dagnall had a great answer about that last
He
night,
didn't
though.
play the third quarter of Game 3 when they went on that insane run.
It's so embarrassing to see what they can do. It's almost like an actor, like a John C. Reilly. We're like, wait a minute, he's doing Steve Brule and he's doing like Gangs of New York. Like, he can do all of these different
Nick,
things.
that was Nick approved.
Yeah, but it's true. Like every time John C. Reilly pops up, and you're like, this guy can do anything.
Yeah,
Where
nice.
there's other actors, and you go like, hey, Owen Wilson's in it. Pretty sure I know what this is going to be like, and it worked for Owen Wilson for a really long time. But when I watch the Thunder, I'm like, okay, so they can double big you. They can go with Jalen Williams, the other one that plays. They're doing this all without their second best player, who's like an all-NBA in J-Dub, who was kind of creeping into that top 10, if not top 15 player in the NBA. He's played 2 of these playoff games.
Yeah,
They
he
still
should
haven't
be
lost
back
one.
at some point, right? Yeah.
A.J. Mitchell, who they found scouting somebody else at UCSB, he's unstoppable last night. So, yeah, look, if there's a weakness is that they haven't played anybody that good, and maybe there's something like last year, they didn't even shoot it that well from 3. As good as they are, they still ended up in 2 Game 7s. I mean, who knows if Halliburton doesn't go down. So in one way, I look at them like agreeing with you guys going, this is absurd how dominant they are. But in a way, it was almost like an underwhelming playoff season last year for a team that we're going like, is this going to be one of the great teams of all time with the way that they're set up? But they have a defensive switch. Like, they don't have to shoot it great. They don't have to have their offense clicking. The Lakers are terrific against them defensively. If they're not on pace for 100 points in a game at halftime, like, you're doing a good job if you're the Lakers. But then there's this defensive switch where next thing you know, you're like, oh, it's a 15-2 run.
Yeah.
You saw it in Game 3. It was the defense led to the offense, where SGA gets that technical foul or flagrant foul, comes out with 10 and a half minutes left, and they just ramped it up. And like Lou Dort and Alex Caruso and Chet and all these guys just flying everywhere, and then it just leads to fast break, and it's just, oh, okay, you look up, it's a 20-point game.
Yeah, the turnovers are nuts. Going through all 4 games, I think they were even in the first half in scoring. Like, that's how close it was. You know, look, I'll give the Lakers some credit here. They are completely outmanned, right?
Yeah.
There's basically only like a couple different things that they can do. I thought Smart like chased SGA around so much that SGA was just kind of like, all right, fine. Like, I don't even need to really press the issue here. So credit to him. And on top of everything else, like the opposite of Philly, where I guess you could say it's ethical sweeping, where it's like Philly doesn't want to waste anybody's time with a Game 5. But, you know, it's coming down to the last couple possessions.
Yeah,
LA
they
still
fought.
fighting it. I was really impressed with that part of it. But, you know, you're running out a lot of guys that just, if you're going through the top, hey, who are the top 8 players combined rosters, you know, it might be 2 Lakers out of 10.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy that the Lakers are not a bad team, and if you look at the West, that they're probably let's say the 4th best team if you want to throw the Nuggets, even though the Nuggets lost in the first round, and obviously the Timberwolves as well. But the gap between the Spurs and the Thunder and then 3, 4, 5 is it feels monumental.
Monumental.
It's like they're not a bad team, but they're still so far away.
No, they're not a bad team. I think this win total is like the highest since, like, I don't know, 6 something. But again, the COVID years are a little weird because you don't have as many games, so some of the numbers get thrown out at you, and you're like, they haven't done this since then. It's like, well, okay, but that's not entirely fair because they haven't played as many games. I think the West thing, though, is like the Denver thing was obviously incredibly disappointing. I mean, they can sit there and talk about Watson and Gordon, who is arguably like their second most important player at times, depending on the matchup. Granted, Murray's the second best player, but you can't make that injury excuse when you look at what happened with Minnesota in that series, right? So they're disappointing. Houston collectively, I don't know that I feel better about any of the young guys around Durant like a year later. Like, okay, is Amen taking a jump? Is Şengün taking a jump? Where were you with Jabari? At least Reed got to play. Tari Eason's season. So it's all these young guys who are like, man, Houston's doing a great job. But I think it's fair to go, who do you feel that much better about? You know, Minnesota's probably get a bit of a playoff switch as we're seeing with them.
We're a big Minnesota Timberwolves show here.
So I wouldn't say like, hey, the Lakers are better than those teams, but the best version of the Lakers, and now with all the massive decisions they have to make, I mean, almost everybody's like a restricted or a player option guy who's going to be a free agent this year.
Let's go full sports talk then, something that we kicked around earlier. Let's say LeBron's done in LA. Was his tenure in LA a success?
Yeah, absolutely. He won a championship.
No, he didn't.
You don't count it?
No.
He doesn't
You've
even
always
say
been a
Mickey
starter.
Mouse championship.
Sorry, don't count it. Sorry.
Very Stugatzian.
Like, I don't
Not
know what
my
to say.
book.
Don't count the COVID as a championship.
Is there like a campaign for this?
No, I don't count the Dodgers one either.
All right. Well, I got to do some math. I'm going to have to change the open of the show today. I didn't.
Zero.
You know what I thought was
Number
interesting
zero.
was that at one point LeBron was pushing. Like sometimes I think the team gets together like with different stuff to like, hey, would this sound awesome? And he was pushing this like I've won the 2 toughest championships in NBA history.
Yeah.
16, I'll give him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell
Oh,
yeah.
I think that might have been the hardest one ever to come back 3-1 against Golden State. 2020, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Now,
But I
having to
count
travel-
it. I think
Yeah.
you're being a hater.
Okay, that's fine. I
So
actually
you
don't
think it's a failure? You're going to say, "Hey, LeBron coming to LA is
Yeah,
a
if he had
failure."
won a title, I would say it was a success.
Speaking of haters, what do you think about Dylan Brooks last night? Posted up courtside. Are we making are we making too much of it because of how like almost cartoonishly evil he looked, like with his laugh and his grill as LeBron's in the line, or is this worthy of the attention that we're giving it?
Well, I think you got to put it on camera once because you're like, "Hey, there's Dylan Brooks." LeBron laughing about it makes me think it's actually a little funnier because of the way he went at him in that Memphis LA series a bunch of years ago,
Yeah.
which I didn't love that Dylan Brooks performance because he kind of poked the bear and decided to play the bad guy, and then if he sucked in a game, he wouldn't talk to the media.
Oh, yeah, he did kind of wuss out.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. And look, Dylan Brooks is a culture changer. That's very clear with what happened in Phoenix. I'm a little surprised he didn't go at Dort a little bit more after Dort looked like he was trying to take out Booker. So there's certain guys where I'm like, if you're going to be an enforcer, be an enforcer. But then I think the times it's like, wait, a Euro? Now I'll be an enforcer.
All right, let's do this. Let's go to break. When we get back, I still want to talk Knicks, talk some Eastern Conference. We also have Do You Care coming up here on Wake Up Barstool, where we exercise our free will. So don't go anywhere. More WUB right here on FS1 with Ryen Russillo. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. And we got Ryen Russillo hanging out with us this morning. And so I can't believe I didn't open with this. It's time for you, Ryan, to answer the most pressing question of the 24-hour cycle right now. Who is less racist, Ole Miss or LSU? Where do you stand on this?
I'm in basketball mode right now.
Okay. So you're not. You don't want to engage? Are you
Let's
sure?
have them show their wingspan.
that
I
doesn't
said
sound
it to
great.
T-Bob when I walked in. I was like, I like what's going on on Twitter right now. It's essentially boiling down to LSU is like, hey, Ole Miss, you're more racist than us, and Ole Miss is like, actually, we're both really bad.
Yeah. It's not a great
pretty good way to
SEC
take out the
all
enemy.
around.
Yeah, it's a fun argument.
Now, in real talk, the Knicks, what they've done in the East. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to find a transition. Yeah, I struggle. But, like, when they went down 2-1 to Atlanta, we were firing off, oh, Brown sucks, dude. Look at it. It's a complete disaster. And now they're awesome. And Karl Anthony Towns is the focal point of the offense, like Cheah is talking about. Like, are the Knicks, do you think they're going to make it all the way to the finals? Is this the year?
Wow, they definitely have a great chance because, this Harden resurgence has been terrific, but it's kind of like, hey, I got to expect you to have some kind of game after those first two, and he closed game 3 really strong. Mitchell finally goes off with
Yeah, it was
history.
awesome last night.
This is kind of what Mitchell has done throughout the playoffs, where he has these just monster games. There's nothing you can do with them. So they have the momentum. We'll see. Detroit's offense, here's Detroit, who's a 60-win team, a 1 seed, and they still don't know who they want their closing 5 to be. And they've still been experimenting with it the entire time. And they're not losing these last 2 games because they don't know their rotation. They're just trying to figure out, what can we do here? What kind of sacrifices can we make on offense? And should we sacrifice more defense? That's kind of the S.R. Thompson conversation or decisions that they make every night. So the reason I say all that is that the Knicks are far more like, hey, I know exactly what to expect. The bench has been much better. If you go through their run of playoff stats here, they're the best offense, they're the best shooting team, they've been the best rebounding team. I think they're number 3 overall defensively in the playoffs so far. And the Atlanta series, they should have won that series because the bench difference, that was something that was always going to play out. Now, I think there's also a real conversation to say, like, Boston without Tatum and also their one-dimensional stuff. I thought they had a terrible series in blowing that series to Philly, but also the wake-up call of, like, hey, when you attack Embiid defensively, it's actually really easy for you, which is something Boston did not prioritize enough. So could the Knicks have gotten through an Atlanta team that's okay and a Philly team that's actually not that good, even with all the names?
Sounds like you agree with my take then.
I
think the Knicks are good enough. And there's a compliment. The Knicks are good enough to lose in 6 to OKC.
Yeah, I would not pick them against San Antonio or OKC. To say, hey, I don't think it's going to be close. Like when a 5-game series happens, you're like, nailed it. And then a 6-game series somehow is like, oh, series, after like one game. I think 6 kind of sounds right because those guys have been around for a little bit. But as good as the Knicks look right now, there's nothing that's making me think that, hey, they could win this whole thing.
Do you not respect the NBA Cup final?
That's a good question.
No, not really.
Take that, Cheah.
You should think about that more, though, because you might be off base there.
That win, 5 months ago in a single elimination thing?
Trophy's trophy.
Tells you what? What did you see 5 months ago that tells you that's going to happen in June?
It seemed like at that time the Spurs didn't have everything figured out. Certainly they're a little bit better than they were 5 months ago or whatever it was. Would you put San Antonio past Minnesota, and then would you put them into the finals past OKC? They obviously gave them trouble this year.
They took 4 or 5 from them in the regular season, and when guys were playing, it did look real. It was an alarming thing to see OKC kind of rattled the way where when OKC is like dialing up their defense, they just make everything uncomfortable. It's like I can't even get an entry pass in against this team. You see all those turnovers in the Lakers series, right? And then there were times when I felt like San Antonio was doing that to them. Now, they punted on the 5th game, which was like Super Bowl week. So like you get all excited for an OKC San Antonio matchup, and then you're like, OKC didn't play, I think, 10 of their top 11 or 12. So you go, is it really a 4-1 regular season series thing? Wemby's most minutes played in that run of those 5 games was 28. It was like 21, 21, 24. So 28 was the most. So he'll play more minutes when they're going up against each other, because I still think San Antonio will get this series with Wemby coming back, because the separation when everything's normal feels like the Spurs are, credit to Minnesota, but I just don't think they're as good. I've been tempted so many times this year to go, just pick San Antonio. Say that they can do this without any playoff seasoning whatsoever. And
that's my big thing.
I just won't let myself. I was tempted a couple months ago. I can't do it.
It's every year. It's like I get it. The Spurs absolutely could win, but I will always go back to, you have to go through the battles to get over. Like there are not teams that you can look at in NBA history who just showed up one year, never done anything, and then they're NBA champions.
Sounds like you don't respect the NBA Cup tournament either, because they made the NBA Cup final.
I don't. Hey, you know what? You're right. I don't.
Yeah, because I was kind of wondering what the trick was, and then I just answered it, and I went, no, I guess I don't.
Big NBA Cup guy.
He's a huge NBA Cup guy.
Hey, Steve, all you had to say was championship medal. That's what they proved.
Yeah, we were literally on a podium.
The thing you got to know about Stephen Cheah, every time Adam Silver comes up with a new idea, Stephen Cheah is sitting somewhere being like, that was genius.
Hey, the Cup's a win.
He's a good commissioner. I don't know if
I like the lottery. I like the lottery thing.
The play-in's a win. I think the lottery thing, like even as soon as anything gets, I'm just so happy they did something so we can stop getting emails about like every dude you've ever met. Like you can talk about timeshares. No, it's like, hey, have I told you about my solution to tanking?
Yeah. How about Giannis and LeBron at the Clippers?
Whoa, dude.
I like that.
Is that where you're just hanging back?
I was waiting the whole
Sneak
time,
attack.
I'll be honest. Think about it.
I can't stop.
Everett's that number 5 pick.
So what are you saying? Like number 5 gets you Giannis and then a bunch of salary thrown in there?
Yes. Be interesting. They're all on the same timeline.
This
Kawhi.
is Eddie's move.
True.
Here's Stephen Cheah's move.
Would you extend Kawhi?
I mean, I think you would have to, right? I mean, he was really good this year.
I mean, there's obviously some Kawhi complications until we know anything
Get
further.
another nursery set up in the valley.
I just wouldn't extend him.
Yeah.
I'd like, hey, incredible year, man. Incredible. But it also feels like this is happening right when we're supposed to make another financial decision.
Yeah, he's kind of the least trustworthy in that regard.
True.
Yeah, so
Almost ever.
I don't, the Giannis trade market, like that extension that he's eligible for in October, which you're basically going to have to tell him, we're going to give that to you if you like accept what this trade, because granted, if somebody who he doesn't want to go to, like, hey, we'll trade for you, and he'll just say, I'm not signing that extension. I'm still wondering, like, I don't think it'll happen, but I wonder if he would sign the extension with Milwaukee, and then we get to do this all again next February.
Yeah, there's a good chance. I saw with AD firsthand back.
Do we have Do You Cares?
Yeah,
It's
let's
my
do it.
favorite.
All right, so you said you don't care about the cup. Do you care? We're going to rattle off these stories. You tell me if you
I
care.
enjoy the cup, but it doesn't impact my playoff
Yeah.
thoughts. Sorry.
Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Saga continue. He's in Pittsburgh. He still has the time with the Steelers. Do we care?
No.
Nikki?
Nick, Steelers fan?
He's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
the
why I
Steelers
don't
quarterback.
care. He's
Okay, yeah. Okay, nobody cares. Nobody
Think he's
cares.
vacationing in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty bad last year.
He was bad. Thank you. Yes. 33rd out of 38 dropbacks.
I think there were throws that he was kind of like, oh, you're doing this? Like, you don't want to throw it.
He can't push the ball downfield.
He
He can't run.
never wants to throw interceptions.
WNBA is back.
I do care. I'm going
Yeah,
to be
me
a
too.
Sparks season ticket holder. Their new arena, less than 5 minutes from my house. I'm going to be there all the time.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Let's go. Ball
Love
watcher.
that.
Jay, I know
Yeah.
you care. Notre Dame and USC are bringing back the rivalry. That's
Wait,
good.
it
Wait,
went
hold on.
away?
I don't know. Actually, that's good.
No, it did. Didn't
Yeah.
or wasn't
Well,
it
no,
going
they said they were going
Right.
to stop it, but they never actually stopped it.
So is that we generally care, but we didn't not get it enough to be this excited that it's back.
We've
Oh, I see
never
what you're
not
saying.
gotten it.
Did we?
They played this year.
Played last year.
Yes.
They have.
They played last year, but USC was reportedly going to back out of it.
Correct. It
Yes.
was like future they were backing out
Yes.
of it.
Right.
So
Well, they're not
play-
doing it anymore.
Are
It's
they
back
play-
on.
Okay, great. I do care. I do care about
Source tells the LA Times, the Times Detroit newsletter, it's back on. USC Notre Dame. Good.
It is genius by Notre Dame. They don't get enough credit for the fact that they just were like, hey, you know what we'll do? We'll just trade off playing USC and Stanford every single year at the end of the season so that we can get all of our families and boosters to California for nice weather. For Thanksgiving.
Nice.
David Njoku signs with the Chargers.
Saw him in Manhattan Beach when we were there last week. Walked by, was basically too scared to be like, are you David Njoku? Pulled down my window, yelled David, he turned around, kept driving.
Still yelling at guys out
I
of the
did
car?
a little, David! One of those.
What have you yelled? LaJuan. LaMelo Ball. Names his son LaJuan.
Well, I'm allowed to say something about weird first names.
Sure.
I just don't know that these parents understand what you're doing to a human. Like, you understand every time now for the rest of this kid's life. Like, you're on the phone and you're ordering. I mean, most people order pants on the website, so it's not on the phone. But everything that you're going to be doing, confirming things, booking flights, everything that happens now the rest of your life, the other person's going to go, what is it?
LaJuan.
One ball.
LaJuan Ball. All right, Ryan, thank
Thought
you
he
so
played
much.
for
We
you.
love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for more Wake Up Barstool.